part 2 of our talks with Jerry.
Here we are driving down the main street of KOSIV.
Yeah, exactly.
They're filling the holes in the road, and this is one way.
Yeah.
One-way traffic here.
Exactly. Let us show it. So Jerry, tell us what you're gonna do today.
Well, we're gonna go get some water. We're gonna hike up the hill here a little ways and to a nice spring,
Right.
and get some mountain spring water.
Good.
It's a very nice hike. It's not long, but it's beautiful scenery.
And what next? What you gonna do after that?
What?
What you wanna do after that?
Oh, I have. You know, I've got to finish these documents on the daughters. These immigration. They're have to go to Kiev for an immigration visa interview. And here's the our government White House.
Right.
It used to be white,
Yes.
but they still call it the White House.
Yeah.
In America, you would call this the county seat. This is where they have the courthouse, and they do a lot of the local region politics and government work. They have a jail here.
Yeah.
And lots of holes.
Yeah, they're still not fixed.
Here's a nice church here that they've been working on. One guy has been working on for several years. I only see one guy out here. I think he built this whole place himself. This used to be a park. Didn't it have a statue of, who was it, Lenin?
Marx.
Marx. It had a big statue of Marx in here.
I remember, yeah. It was nice.
But after independence in '91, they took his statue down.
Yeah. Well, I remember that. No, it's all right.
This is a social service for seniors here.
Oh, really? Oh, yes.
Okay, we're gonna go up this road here a little ways.
Okay.
We're gonna take road number 3. Road number 3.
Number 1 on the left.
No, one goes. One goes.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. One goes to the right, another one goes sort of straight, and the other one goes to the left. Here's road number 1. This is a community well here. People come over here and get water. You know, they don't run out of water in their house. Here's a little place where you can do a few pull-ups and a few dips.
Yeah.
Okay, this is road number 2.
On the right. On the right is road number 2.
And we'll take road number 3.
Yeah.
They all stop. They don't go anywhere. They just go to the top of the hill.
Yeah. It's very stiff, right?
It's a nice hike. Also, all 3 of them are just about 2 miles up and down.
Yeah.
So it's a nice hike in the morning. It's a lot different from our the environment. The leaves have all come out, and all the flowers have come out since our last interview. You know, there's nothing on the trees when we talked last.
Yes.
It's a nice area up here. It's very sunny. It's a long ways from the downtown, but I like it up here. They built some nice houses.
Yeah.
There's a very nice house up here. I don't know what their last name is, but it's Oksana and Ole. Ole works in Philadelphia.
Oh.
And he goes over there and does some work and then sends the money home. He's retired now, so he's drawing Social Security and living pretty good here in KOSIV. Here's a guy with a bunch of bee houses.
Uh-huh. All right.
They like their walls of stone. They make a lot of big walls of stone. Ole, he built a very nice, he did all this work himself. Look at this wall here. Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah.
And that's his house. He's remodeled that whole house. The guy is really an artist.
Oh, nice.
And look at his gate here.
Yeah.
It's all stainless steel.
Nice.
Guy does a fantastic job.
Right.
He loves the work.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're gonna go up to the top of the hill and turn around and
so green since we've been here last time.
Pardon me?
It's so green.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's totally changed. Like, you know, 2 weeks ago I was shoveling snow, and now I mowed the lawn twice now. And I'll have to mow it again because my lawn is full of dandelions. Okay, this is where we turn around. Here's a memorial to somebody. I don't know who it is, but this is our turnaround point here because of
Best place to turn around.
you get a good view of the valley here in KOSIV. What's the population now? Still about 10,000?
Yeah, about 10,000. Yeah.
10, 12,000.
Around.
But there's many villages around. There's lots of little villages.
Well, officially about, I think 9.1 or something. But there are still many villages around, which is not included.
Yeah, right.
It's basically like KOSIV.
Okay, we're gonna stop here. Get our water bottles.
Okay.
So we have a little walk here, maybe a half a mile to walk in here. This is pretty typical KOSIV with the milk cow here and the big garden getting ready to plant. And it's very, very green here, very green. Coming over to say hello.
Oh. Jerry, get out! Get out! Get out!
And everybody has apple trees. It's amazing the number of apple trees that are here. I'm on the train going to Kyiv, and we're going through countryside, and there's no houses, but there's apple trees all over. So indicates that at one time somebody was living out there.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the pear tree. Several pear trees.
All right.
Okay, these are all pretty new trees, and the reason they're new is because during the Second World War, this mountainside was all cut. So it's called a field of fire. That's a military term. So it's easier to see the enemy, and this area was right on the front lines during the Second World War. The Germans and the Russians fought a lot right down through here and in through KOSİV. There's still many houses in KOSİV that have holes in the side of the buildings. I saw one guy, I visited one guy, and he still had bullet holes in the roof of his well house.
Oh.
But this is very, very beautiful. I like the color in here. It's very nice. The mayor had this metal detector, and he would stop and he would dig up a lot of the cartridges, empty cartridges, and fragments, shrapnel, bombs, and from World War I and World War II. And he could tell by looking at the cartridge if it was World War I or World War II.
Yeah.
Almost there. Just going down the hill here a little ways. I have a shovel because Slavic wants me to dig up a tree.
Oh, I see on the left two trees. Look, Jerry, here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Well,
it's not. This
That's
is
not
like
a very good one though.
this is like
Crooked trunk there.
right.
We might be able to find one, but I think we have to go up higher. Now we're approaching the spring. Nobody's here. That's good. You can fill our water bottles faster. Okay. This is very good water compared to that well water. You know, our well water has lots of minerals in it, and when you boil that water for tea, there's always like sand, almost sand on the bottom of your teapot. And this water is very, very clean. It was clean. We're almost done here. We've got 7 of these guys. 7 times 8. We've got about 60 liters. I came up here one time and there was a great big salamander, yellow and black salamander in here. You know, it's probably about that long. And Ola was with me. And of course she screamed. But I'm told that that's good for the water because they eat all the stuff, the bad stuff in the water. I don't know if I believe that or not. Ukrainians have unusual ideas. Remember when I first arrived in Ukraine, I arrived February of 2003. And it was cold, very, very cold, lots of snow. But then as spring came about, I was taking language classes, and I was walking to school one day, and I walked under a blooming apple tree, and a bird was in there, and he went poo, okay? And I had bird shit on my shoulder. So when I got to my class, I was telling my language instructor about the bird poo. She said, "Oh, Jerry, that's very good. That means that you're going to have lots of money." But then on the other hand, I'm a whistler. You know, I like music. So when I'm in the house where we're having language, it was my teacher was renting this from a little old Russian lady, and I was driving the Russian lady crazy with my songs and whistling, and you know, that's bad luck. That's very bad luck. You can't do that. No singing in the house.
Yeah, no whistling.
Yeah, no whistling. Okay, let's pack this up and get it out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is road number 1. We're gonna go up road number 1 and see if we can find an evergreen tree to dig up, a small one. For Slavic, he likes the aroma.
Yeah.
Aromatherapy.
Pine tree. So this is a road called Pavlika Street. And we see nice scenery. Road is not so good.
Not too good.
Not too good.
This floods a little bit, you know.
Right.
There's a stream right here, and when we have a lot of rain, cover the road, so
Yeah.
it's a little inconvenient, but people still live here and are used to it. And this road goes up higher.
Yeah.
And it stops at the edge of the forest. So we can walk up the forest and see if we can find a small pine tree. I used to hike when I was living here back in 2004, 2005. I used to hike up this road, and in the wintertime. And I would go all the way up to the forest, Slavic, and I was always amazed that I would do this pretty early in the morning, and so when the snow, you know, I was the first guy going up the hill from the tracks, okay, leaving tracks, but I would always find tracks of somebody coming down the hill, And I wondered, you know, where are these people coming from? Because there's no houses up there in the forest. Although Lita and I did come across the house in the forest, there was no road, no electricity. There was a well. But you know, somebody is coming down the hill in the wintertime before I'm going up the hill.
Right.
There's a little chapel in front of this house, and Lita and I were up here one time, and Lita went in to the chapel to say a few prayers, and this one here. Lita came out of this little chapel here, and there used to be a tree, and it was a dead tree, but Lita came out of the chapel after saying some prayers, and she walked out and that tree fell over.
Wow.
I told her it was a sign.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, this stream here, it can get, it overflows onto the road sometimes. And some people have reinforced the bank with stones. They put the stones in a metal net and stack them.
Right.
So the bank won't erode away, because they have their houses and structures are built all along the side. You can see it down here. Okay, we're gonna go up the hill here. Cemetery over here. Now, I remember a few years ago there was nothing here. Lita's father is buried out here, and a lot of her class, well, I should say a lot, but there's people that she knows that are buried out there.